before the end of another college football season. One of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the UCLA Bruins and the Michigan Wolverines. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Keep that super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. And the Wolverines will kick off first, and here we go. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So UCLA's offense will take the field first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Saying in the gun on third down. Bought a little time, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hits inside, it's Knight. Breaks into the open. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And you just wondered how the weather conditions would affect ball security in this game. It is so cold here at night, and that ball has got to be hard to hold on to. You saw an example of it right there. Bad ball security leads to the takeaway.
Finds a crease, it's Marshall. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Throws quickly. Still running at the 40. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4.
2-14 close. 2-14 close. Ready? Kill. 139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Third and goal for the offense. Right side, it's Marsh. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
Deep in the end zone, it's Morgan. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Play fake, Nico Iamaleava. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Deafening noise. Here's Iamaleava. Gonna take a shot. Upstairs to make the catch.
Ice water in this quarterback's veins, man. Third play of the drive. It's 3rd and 10. You know the defense is expecting pass, but this quarterback, laser focus. He found the matchup. Great job reading coverage, and that was an absolute dime deep down the field.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Iamaleava to the air again. Makes a deep grab. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UCLA!
But we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they want...
The extra point is blocked. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Down 6-3 early, they'll... Together a drive to take the lead. Making the adjustment on the play. On the ground, it's Marshall. Shakes off the defender. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. And if you get to stick around here recently, a lot of success, too.
Second and long here. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the first down.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on 3rd and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind them.
They'll try to get him on the fake. I'm not sure what good that did. The completion's fine for the percentage and the stats, but the result's the same. Not enough for the first down. Punt team on the field.
Nobody in this stadium was expecting fake punt there. 4th and inches, you thought you'd just leave the offense out. Maybe you quarterback sneak and see if you can get...
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back.
And this is one of those things coaches worry about. Under the lights. It's cold, you worry about balls. When you... Man, it hurts so much more in these cold temperatures. The dude coughs it up, the defense with a nice play, forcing a turnover.
Waste no time, going deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And he added the extra point. From deep, it's Chambers. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Out wide left, it's Marshall. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll keep it on the ground. Shows him the stiff arm.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
That's a really good job by this defense because 2nd and short a lot of times, you're thinking pass. You're thinking they're going to try to make that big play because they're set up in a good spot. They did a great job still getting penetration, shutting down the run. Now, 3rd and short time. Probably expecting another run again. Who's going to be the most physical team?
Looking for the edge. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And we take a look at how these quarterbacks are doing so far. First play of the period, first down here. Here's Underwood to throw. Finds his target. There he goes. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. this situation, you might see a shot play. In the red area, it's Marshall. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Left side is Marshall. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
He gets it oh so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on fourth down. Motion from the back. To give to the big fullback. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. And the Wolverines will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Michigan! On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Long way to go on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Iamaleava. Looking left. Working the big fella to the corner. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Bruins come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Out wide right, it's Ellis. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Back's got it on the screen. Across the 45. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Bruins are marching down the field. Again, it's Iamaleava. Unloads to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there. They'll need a bunch on second down. Rid of it on the RPO. At the 20, he's got space. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. The Bruins, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Here's Iamaleava to throw. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Third down in the gun, Iamaleava. They're all over him. He sacked this defense all over him.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. On the option. He'll pitch it. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. It's complete. A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. Now on 1st down from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Makes the grab. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. And he gets rid of it.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
Hits the hole. It's Marshall. Knocked down immediately.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it down the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Clock has stopped. Timeout has been called by UCLA. It's their 2nd. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The Bruins choose to use their final timeout here. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Underwood. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan!
And you want to finish half strong. This is a great job by this offense, executing down the field, taking up some clock, and punching the football in for 6.
And he makes the extra point. On the return, it's Thomas. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is how.
Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I always have flashbacks when I watch games like this, thinking to myself as a young kid growing up in Nepean, Ontario, in weather like this. And there was nothing we could do. We just had gloves or mittens. That's all we could afford. We didn't have heat lamps. We didn't have heat blowers. We didn't have these muffs or special blankets. I mean, players today have it so much easier, but still, I can tell you, not easy to hold on to the football in these conditions.
The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Throwing, Underwood. Keeping his eyes downfield. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Moves the pocket. It's Underwood. Escapes the pressure going right. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. They'll take the penalty and move them back. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On the run, it's Marshall. And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. The whistle sound, and they got it called just in time using the timeout with a second left now to see if they can score before the half. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Now up by 4 here in the 3rd quarter. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. And the Bruins will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. As as we start the second half. What do you have for us, Holly?
I caught up with the Michigan coach at the half. They are going to continue to feed their running back. As you know, there are a lot of high expectations on him to start this game, and he has performed a terrific first half. They are going to get the ball here, and let's see if they continue to go to this running back. He has been a difference maker so far. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Got a little space. He's got the first down. Here's a little room there. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They go play action. Bryce Underwood rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Marshall. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Here's Underwood to throw. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchup.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down. Now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
Iamaleava from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Turning it on. Out of trouble just like that from deep in his own end. Into plus territory. They mark it at the 49. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
The Bruins are flying down the field. They're going to ride this running back. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Now Iamaleava unleashes one. Finds a man in the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
So that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Touchdown, UCLA! Right on the money, he makes the grab in the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. On the move. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Here comes the heat. Got his man on the right.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Quarterback changing the play. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. He's running free down the middle. And with the pick 6. Touchdown, Bruins.
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick 6 certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. You're exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Oh, he's got some space. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Underwood on the play action. Under pressure.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll send the back in motion. A run for the quarterback. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They were all over it.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. As receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Motion from the wideout. Underwood. Into the end zone. Got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. Now they'll try the right side. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. On the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So here comes the Michigan offense. How how big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Keep it on the ground. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get in the space and make the big game.
Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. This team desperately trying to hold on, trying to avoid the late season upset that could be so costly. Stopped right there. Well, with the ISO play, you'd think they'd get a good running start to get that block, but boy, I tell you what, they took care of business there, the defense did.
Took care of business. You see the pulling guard come around, and the defense is not fooled, attacking downhill. Nobody's getting knocked off the football, and the defense is not allowing them to run the football right up the gut.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
We've got a potential big upset percolating, and one that could spoil. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines! They've got the lead here in the fourth. Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the UCLA sideline, I can see a lot happening with their running back. He has turned it over here in this game, and they are down. They need him to be a little bit better with their ball security. I have seen some coaches go over there, have him put the football in, kind of try to knock it out, get him back to a confident state of mind. He's out there right now. We'll see if they can rely on him down the stretch. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This quarterback part of their running game. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Throws it off the RPO. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Out wide left, it's Ellis. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Throwing, Imaliava. Makes a catch. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. Last completion, picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Nico Imaliava throwing again. Quickly complete. And he's still running after the move. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all away. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bruins. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at the...
Run to the right. The 40. Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. And the Wolverines, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
8-14 short.
They'll ride the hot hand. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
From the gun, running back on the move. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Clock has stopped. Timeout has been called by UCLA. It's their second. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? A designed run for the quarterback. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long. The Bruins choose to use their final timeout here. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on fourth.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He got it! And they surge on top here in the final minute.
That's a big-time kick. Had to have it. Nice job taking the lead. Nice execution. Now, defensively, you know exactly what you're getting in for. One more stop, and this one's over.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Iamaleava. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him downfield. He's run out of bounds at the 35. Gets that clock stopped, also picked up the first down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Makes this one, and it'll be all tied up in the final minute. And it's good! They've tied the game in the final
What a kick for that young man right there. And you just see the way it energized and galvanized his entire sideline. They've tied it up late. This thing's going to OT, and they look like they are ready to rock.
They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. Give to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Underwood. Moving out to the right. Stands in and takes the hit. Just got rid of that one. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Left side, it's Knight. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Deafening noise. Here's Iamaleava. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, UCLA! They get on the board first here in the overtime period. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They got the score. Now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. And now it's decision time. Want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. There's some room. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. Working the ground game. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Now, when I'm in OT T and I start to get in this territory, I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football and showed a little bit of conservativeness. Now I gotta take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best go-to play in this situation?
Got him right there.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Just a couple they need to pick up here on 3rd and short in overtime. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on 4th down here in overtime.
9:49, rush, ready.
Timeout on the field, and everyone wanting to make sure that they're locked in on this play in overtime. This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. Needs it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. This thing has been back and forth now. 1st and goal as they try to take the lead in overtime number 2. On the move. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Powers forward. Touchdown, Michigan. They get a score to take the lead here in the 2nd overtime.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Throwing, Imaliava. He's got the tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And a lot of times in football, man, the short memory, we usually talk about the quarterback. But sometimes it's the running back who puts it on the deck. Sometimes it's your playmaker out wide who puts the ball on the deck. But that doesn't mean you abandon him. You come back to him.
Caught along the sideline. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level.
Touchdown, Bruins. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
Man, what a great response by this offense. Going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I got to go for 2. I know the new overtime rules. They changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to 2-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
What